Hi there and welcome back. This is our drawing exercise number 4, and as usual it consists of two parts. We have part 1 and part 2, and we'll see if we can combine these two parts together in just one videos. But the goal of this drawing exercise, or this drawing exercise number 4, is actually the emphasis is more on the circular tangents. We're using the circle and the TTR command, and also the line tangents, plus also um, the the commands or tools that we have learned previously in the previous drawing exercises. Okay, so by the way, sometimes or maybe some of you might get intimidated on the complexity of the drawing activity, but actually we can always simplify it down to the basic shapes that we have learned, or the basic shapes that we have here in this software. So the draw tools and modify tools. So if we combine those tools, then somehow we can actually create a complex objects or complex drawings. Okay, so this one is relatively complex. Compared to the previous drawings that we had. But again, as I've said, you can always bring this down to the basic shapes and the basic drawing tools and modify tools that we have learned. Okay, so to start our drawing, first we need to analyze. So as you can see here, we have circles here, concentric circles, two concentric circles, and we also have a circle here, 13 and 38 in diameter, rotated or apart at an angle 30 degrees. So 13 here and then 13 also here, 38 circle, 38 diameter circle and 38 diameter circle. And we will connect it using the circular TTR, and the radius is given R127, and also here. Okay, and then right here we have a line that's tangent to this circle, and then that's going to be tangent to this circle. We'll connect that line and then create another TTR here, and also a keyway over here. We have a 6 in width and a 4.37 in height, but that 4.37 is from this point, so it's not the quadrant, to that point. So if we will base this, actually if we base this from the quadrant of this circle, that will be exactly 4 units. But the dimensioning was based on this extension. But anyway, we can also do that if we really want a 4.37. We can also do that if you'd like to, but we'll change this 4 to 4 if we want to base it from the quadrant right here. Okay, so let's get started. So visible lines. So the diameter is 51 and 25. So type C for the circle, specify center, then type D for diameter, then type 25. Okay, again another circle, specify center point, type D for diameter, and then 51. Okay, next is we are going to construct a circle. In order to construct this portion right here, we need this radius, or we need this diameter, and that circle. That circle has a radius of 89. So type C, and then R is 89. And this circle, this 13 diameter circle and 38 diameter circle, they are, the center is at the quadrant of this 89 radius circle. Okay, so C for the 13, so type D and then specify 13, again type C, then type D, press enter, and type 38. Okay, so let me check if this is 38. Alright, so 38 and 13. Okay, next is in order to construct this, we need to have this point, right? So we can also construct maybe a line, maybe a line and then straight and then rotate it, something like this. So line, turn the ortho mode on, then rotate. We can do this. -30. So we can do that and then copy this objects here. So we can do that, but what I was planning to do was this. So instead of constructing a line, I will just create or copy a circle. So type CO, select objects, so select these two circles, specify first point. So instead of moving it here, since I don't have this point, I will just specify the second point just right here. So that means I have a copied objects also in this location, right? And in this point as well. So I believe that there are, actually it's not I believe, but rather there will be two objects here, two circles having a 13 diameter, and also here 38 diameter circle. So there are two of those circles here. So I will rotate one set 30 degrees. Alright, so type RO and then select objects. Now in selecting this, take note that I didn't use the window selection, but rather clicking the objects, just to make sure that I only click one object, one circle here and one circle there. Okay, so press enter and then specify base point. So instead of constructing a line, this one eliminates the construction of lines. Okay, so recall also that rotation clockwise, that means negative angle, and then rotation counterclockwise, like this, that will be positive. Okay, so I need a -30, so I'll type -30. Okay, so there we go. And also the difference is that if we do the rotation, so the quadrant actually also stayed the same. This is the quadrant, this is also the quadrant. Okay, so it didn't change. I was expecting actually to change, but it didn't. So anyway, so to continue, the next we'll construct this TTR circles, 127 radius and 127 radius also over here. So type C and then type TTR. So in specifying this, I think this will matter if we'll be coming from here to there or from here to here. Okay, so we'll check. So if I specify, because I want to enclose these circles, something like this, so it must be from here to here, and then radius, sorry, again, so C, then type T for TTR, and then tangent point, second tangent point, and 127. Okay, so we'll try another one. What if we specify it here, the tangent point and this tangent point right here. So again, TTR, second tangent point, and the radius is 127. So you see actually the difference. So if we want to enclose this, totally enclose this, then we need to be precise or accurate with our selection of the tangent point. Okay, so the next is, maybe we can trim this already. Just to lessen the number of objects, and also right here. Okay, again, so TTR, then R127. So there we go, and we'll just trim later. The next one is line. So the line is tangent in this circle and then tangent in this circle. So type L So if we can't have that tangent, I mean point of tangency, then we'll type tan. So select first point, and here's our second point, tangent. And also we need to be careful um, with the selection of the points, because we'll try again L and the tangent to this and tangent to this circle, so that gives a different shape. So that's why we need to be careful in selecting the point of tangency. Okay, next one is we have a TTR here. So type C, press T, and then the radius is 22. Alright, so there we go. Then I think we can do some trims just to lessen the objects. Right? So next is, I think this one should be the center lines. So center lines, once again, okay, next one is we need to have a complete circle here. So since this is 13, I think I can offset this. I'll offset this 6.5 above, I mean upward, and 6.5 downward. So that can actually do the job. Or we can create a circle like this, right? We can create that circle and then trim. Or as I was saying, offset, and then 6.5, set the offset distance to 6.5, and then the direction, change this to the visible lines, and then do the trims. So we can actually do that. Okay, so what else? So select objects and then press delete. We can do that. Okay, and then do this, and also other portion of these circles. And there we go. Okay, next is this keyway. So as I've said before, if we want to obtain this, actually the distance right here is 4 from the quadrant, and I mean from the quadrant to this location. So I'll create a line. Okay, so I'll create a line F8 to turn my ortho mode on. Right, and I'll just move this there. Okay, that's one way. And then offset, or maybe I'll construct the vertical lines as well too. Right, so line, so the vertical lines maybe from here to there. Okay, then offset distance is from this to that is 4. So 4, and then this one is 6, so the half is 3. So again, offset, then 3. Okay, and then we'll do the trim commands. Just select this and delete. And there we go. Okay, so next is let's put center lines. So to, on this annotate tab, click center mark, then click the circles. Okay, and this one we need to rotate this, so we can also copy, right, and paste it on the same base point, and then rotate RO and specify base point and type -30. Right, so also we need to trim this. Okay, so that's it. And then finally we are going to put the dimensions. So diameter, so diameter, and also the diameter of this, and also the distance of this. Okay, and what else? Then also the diameter, or should be radius, I guess. But anyway, and for the radius, we have here the radius, and we also have here the radius, and also the radius of these center lines. Also the angle in between, so 30 degrees, and what else? This radius, right? So that's the radius. Okay, so I guess that's all, and we're done. Okay, so next part is this. So first check, or I mean analyze the drawings. We have concentric circles and also circles here, and some maybe offset tools. We'll be doing offset tools. From this quadrant we offset it downward, from this quadrant we offset it here, upward. And also the fillet or TTR, we can use that. And what else? We also have TTR here and TTR there. Okay, so let's do this. So click on this visible lines layer and create a circle. So I'll create first this circle. This is 15 and 50. So type C, specify center point, and then type D, type 15, then again circle, then type D, and then 50. Okay, next is we need this distance, right? We actually need this distance. Okay, so what is this distance? I think we have a missing distance. We'll check the original file. So the original file, okay, 100. Okay, so please include a distance here, 100. Okay, so I'll make a lines and then turn the ortho mode on, then 100. Okay, so that's gonna be my center point here. Okay, so center. So again, create circles having this diameter. What is this diameter? This is 30 and 75. 30 and 75. So D, type D, and then type 30, and again, or we can do offset 35. Oh, sorry, 45. We can do offset, or maybe we'll just do this. The circle and then type D and 75. So there it is, and then maybe we'll do a TTR, or maybe later. Okay, so next one is let's create a line from this quadrant and then extend it all the way here. So line, type L, specify first point, and then offset 5 distance. So O, type O for offset, specify distance 5, and then select object, and then provide the direction. Okay, that's it. And then we need a distance of 11.18. So I think the 11.18 we can create a lines and then offset it, or move, type M, select object, press enter, specify first point, then let's try 11.18 because I believe that must coincide with this intersection point, right? So even though no need for this. Maybe we can just click here and then click there. So that's it. And then maybe trim some extra lines outside. And now let's do the mirror command. So instead um, of specifying all the details here, let's just do the mirror. Okay, so type mi to shortcut for mirror, and then select the objects and specify these mirror line. So here's my mirror line, and then press enter. Enter again, or it's just escape. Okay, so now let's do we can do trims, or maybe we'll do this, the R200. So type C and then press T for TTR, and then specify first tangent point, specify second tangent point, and then specify the radius 200. Okay, next at the bottom we have TTR again. So we have, let's press this, or type T for TTR, first point, then second point, and the radius is 50. And now let's do the trim. So TR, so we can do this, TR. Here should be TR, should be okay, so TR. Then this one should be delete. So select the objects and then delete. Okay, next one is we need to provide a fillet here. Fillet radius of 5. Right? Or let's try fillet if we can do so. Press F for shortcut of fillet. And then specify radius, that's 5, and then click the first object and the second object. And there we go. Okay, so next step is to provide the center lines. Annotate tab and then click the center mark button, and this, and what else? Maybe I'll choose continuous for this. Okay, and then for the dimensions, we'll put linear dimensions. So the distance between the circles, also this, and what else? The radius. So this radius right here, this radius, also this radius, and diameters. Okay, and what else? 30, 75. So I think that's all. Then we are done. Okay, so that's all in this drawing exercise number 4.